All my life, I'm back, and I'm very grateful to be back at our little piece of heaven after a few days away that I'd quite honestly rather put behind me. Some of you may have heard in the weekly update that I had to head down south just outside London for a court case this week, simply because I felt very strongly about the aggressive and misleading nature of the company that were taking action against us. Now, without going into every detail, a while back I was trying to organise our first aid training course, and it was one of those really busy periods, and I took a cold call from a company that I hadn't used before that were offering this particular training. Now, usually I wouldn't even entertain cold calls like this, as I'd rather do my own research. However, because I foolishly expressed an interest, from that point onwards the calls just didn't stop. There was so much pressure just to get something booked in with them. So in the end, foolishly, I agreed to a date, or what I believed at the time was just a holding date for now. And not long after that, I did let them know that we couldn't go ahead with that date, and a new date was never agreed. But from their side, that was enough, and they treated it as a confirmed booking and pursued the full payment. Anyway, it ended up going to court and the decision went against us. The judge was very clear that the company's terms and conditions were, what did he describe it as, hard-edged. But ultimately, he had to apply the law as it stands. Because this was classed as a business-to-business arrangement, the legal position is very different from consumer law, which I believe under that kind of law, there would have been a completely different outcome. Anyway, the long and short of it is that we're having to pay now for a course that was never actually delivered. And to be honest, I'm really cross with myself, not just for taking that call in the first place and allowing myself to be drawn in by persistent sales pressure when I should have gone with the people that we know and trust, which I did in the end, but because I don't feel that I properly got across to the judge what that whole experience was like. You know, the pressure, the persistence, and how far removed it felt from everything that we do here. Now, I'd been advised beforehand that sharing those sort of sentiments wouldn't change the legal outcome, and maybe it wouldn't, but it's hard not to feel that if nobody ever challenges the way of operating of these businesses, then it simply continues, because that world is so different from what we've built here. You know, this is a place that's rooted in trust, kindness and fairness. And I guess the hardest part for me is that it's taken time and energy away from where it should have been, you know, here with the horses, with the team, with all of you. But as they say, every cloud does have a silver lining, and there were two real highlights from the trip. Hoover, have you got a scratch, darling? Should we get that? I got to meet up with Shelley, who I met 14 years ago. It was about 14 years ago. She absolutely pestered the life out of me back then to come and do work experience of part of an equine course that she was doing. You know, and it was something that I didn't offer at the time, but her passion for the Frisians and her sheer determination were impossible to ignore. And, you know, she became very much part of the family, and we've shared some really lovely experiences with her over the years. In fact, it was Hidda here who first brought her to us. Anyway, fast forward to now, she's the proud owner of her own Frisian mare, Yenta, and she's just welcomed 6 weeks ago her first little two-legged member of the family, so little Lucy, who I got to go and meet on the way down south, so that was lovely to catch up with them. After the case itself, I also got to meet up with Tia for a lovely evening meal, which was much needed after the decision that was made in court. So yes, it was definitely a reminder that in the middle of everything going on, there's still some good moments to focus on. Now, it wasn't the outcome that I'd hoped for, but it's one that I have to accept and move on, even though it still makes me cross to think about it. But if anything, it's reminded me of why this little world that we've created and this incredible community around us matters so much. You know, I'd far rather be up here in our little bubble than be part of a world that can feel just completely driven by process over people. Anyway, I will do everything I can to make up the time, the energy and the funds that should have gone into this place, the horses, and to all of you. And I'll do everything I can to make sure that we don't find ourselves in a situation like this again. Thank you to the team for holding everything together here so brilliantly, as always, whilst I was away. And thank you because being part of this community, your messages and comments of support for our real world is what really matters in the end. But now I'm back, I've had a good catch up with Frey and Molly and Tamara, and as we head into Thursday, there's lots going on. We're going to have Alan in here down in the 14 acre to start on getting that sorted. So the tubbies are going to be coming up here, well away from that area. We've also got Tony and David back, and they're going to be finishing that crossing from the playground into the summer field. We've got Chris Milby back. I did speak to him earlier this week, and unfortunately the clogs that we were hoping to get for Neeka aren't going to be an option now. So he's creating a shoe that he's going to fill with a rubber base to give her some cushioning. But I do think that we need to get her some replacement boots, those equine fusion boots that she's got, because the ones that she has are so stretched and damaged now, they don't really stay on very long. We've also got some visitors in the Friendship Barn, and just to round off the day nicely, I'm going to be taking Dow and Maaike across to Mel's. Apparently they've both been a little bit needy while I've been away, so hopefully it will be good for them and very good for me to have a bit of time with them too. So thank you as always for watching, thank you for your support, and let's see what Thursday brings for us all. One of the first jobs of the day are to get the tubby beasties out of here, because we've got Tony and David back, and they're going to be taking these gate stoops out, moving this entrance slightly across to the right and making a nice neat pathway across so that these guys can get across from the palace and playground into their summer turnout. It's a little bit windy today, so I'm not quite sure whether Alan's going to be coming to spray off this field, but we'll find out later this morning. There's all the girlies having their morning breakfast. And then Dow and Maaike will be coming up to head over to Mel's later. Meanwhile, the work has started over at the palace and playground to get that vital crossing sorted out so that they can have access to the building during the summer months when we get pestered by all those clegs. Oh, that's nice. I just gave them a shout and they came running. And you've already had breakfast, so it's quite surprising really. Hello. Hey Dow, hey Mai. Look how grubby you are. Do you want a little day trip? Oh Ren, you've got excuses being an older lady, you don't need to run. But you are going to come in and have some lovely time in the Friendship Barn this afternoon. You know, are you happy that you can run round lots now? You've had a lovely time in the mud as well. Hey V. Pretty girl. Sandy's got some very beautiful photos of you that we'll share with everyone soon. Right, let's get these beasties in. Are you two not going to be happy because I'm taking these three away? You have to be sensible. Oh my. Got my Ren and Dow. And by this time next year, we'll be able to just have that gate open and let them go up the track and the steps up to the yard that way. Horses everywhere this morning. You've got Hidda there on the left, Annie, Mai, Dow. Hannes has just gone in with Jubbers. And then we've got 4 on their Zumba class. And Rennie's going to come into Bessie's and have a clean up before she goes in the friendship barn. Horses everywhere, aren't there?
What are you two doing?
Supervising. Are you coming to supervise me now with Ren? You can't all fit in Bessie's barn. Well, you could, but not while I'm bathing Ren. Okay, Annie, I get the hint you want a bath as well. You standing there like statues. Come on, Noodles, because Chris has made you a nice shoe. Hey, Hoitsy. Are you missing your little buddy, Jubbers? That's charming. What's going on? You're just both enjoying the sunshine, aren't you? So Chris has had a good look at Neeka's foot, and you've made her a special shoe, haven't you, as well?
Yeah, well, I'm changing my mind, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Still what to put on it.
Which we'll show you in a minute. We'll just wait for these jets to go over. So Chris is just getting the cast off. As he said, she's very good at walking through the bottom of it, but
yeah,
getting the bits off the side is a bit harder.
Yeah, it's probably stuck on there.
Well, no, I mean, they've been there all the way down, but now they're getting down towards the bottom here. This is where they've been burst out, you see, from the infections.
Right.
We've already taken all that away where we had a lot of infection. Now we've got these here appearing.
But they're not new ones,
No,
are
no,
they?
they're really old. Come right from up
Yeah.
here.
But it's her heel's grown down really well there.
It has. It's actually got a heel now, but I'm still in a position where I haven't got really much to fasten to.
And the other thing we were talking about is the fact that her toe is sort of curling up here,
Yeah,
which is why she's walking
she's got
on
such
her
a
sole.
drop sole. She's actually rounded her toe off, hasn't she? I mean, her sole's dropped, severely dropped, isn't it, her sole?
So the shoe that you've made, that's a bar shoe.
Yeah, I've got nothing here to fasten to on this side, like. Nothing. Might be better off just deep seating the shoe and rolling the toe on it. Take a bit of pressure off it.
When you say deep seating and rolling the toe, for anyone who doesn't know what that means.
Well, just so that, I mean, the shoe's meant to weight bear on the actual wall itself, and there isn't any there, so it's actually would be sat on the sole, which will make her uncomfortable, to be fair.
And this is why the clogs wouldn't have worked either, because you
No,
would
because
have
it's
had
glued directly to the bottom of the foot. Well,
and then that would have
this is
put
where
too
she
much
saw,
pressure.
isn't it? Yeah, this is where she saw. We tried doing a heart bar, didn't we? And she didn't like it.
No, she didn't like it at all.
At all. Couldn't stand the frog pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what are we thinking then?
Don't know.
Don't know.
Still thinking.
Are you?
Yeah.
Shall I leave you thinking and filing for a bit and
Yeah.
come back to you in a while?
I'll just flatten the heels off and see what's happening, but yeah.
Neeka likes to get everybody thinking.
Yeah.
But this is the final part of her jigsaw. We need to get this bit fixed.
I just don't know what I'm going to nail that to. See all this dead lamb on this side.
Well, do you think that we should just continue with the boot for a while?
She's just sore, isn't she? She loses it, but I mean, in an ideal world, if this bit here grew out, I'd have a decent bit of foot to nail to, but
it's not growing out, is it?
no, and I've got it all the way from, basically from heel to toe. Can't even get one back here yet, it's too high. Yeah, it's tricky. Basically half a foot out of action, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've got a very good inside, but the outside's...
I mean, how many months has it taken? It's taken 4, 5 months for that growth on the side.
Well, we cut nearly to the top, didn't we?
Yeah.
And we're over halfway now, which is like, it's 9 to 12 months top to bottom, so we're getting to the point where...
Well, in which case, do we just carry on with the cast and the boot?
Maybe.
For now.
Yeah.
Because by putting the shoe on and
See, I'm only going to be nailing it there. Oh, this is all damaged, you know, it's hollow behind. There's nothing there to get hold of.
No.
If anything, it'll just break away. It wouldn't be so bad if I could get 2 decent toenails, but that this one here, the very first burst out, it's right round the toe quarter, isn't it? Yeah, tricky. What I was saying is we can just stretch it out another couple of months. The way the heel's growing down now, I will get heel nails then. It doesn't matter about the damage at the front, that can just come through as it wants, but it'll give me a much better hold of the shoe.
Right.
I can get the full set on the inside, no problem. It's just I don't want it pulling it off or tearing that outside, because it's so weak with all them burst outs, it'll just lose the whole outside.
Yeah, so it's just us being patient really for another couple of months, but you need to get a slightly different cast to go on
No,
there.
just get the really wide
different
cast,
wide,
see if I can
yeah.
get a bit more thickness on the actual sole.
Yeah.
So she doesn't go through it so fast. But with the boot as well, it was doing all right. She'd gone through it before the boot went on, didn't she, really?
Yeah, she did.
Which doesn't
but
help.
I'll get another one of these ordered today.
Yeah.
So that it
That definitely, that'll save the cast. It's just so stony, isn't it?
I know.
Where's the bottom off?
And the thing is, I don't want to keep her in a
No.
stable. It's not fair. It's just not fair on her. So at least she's able to go out on the tracks if she's wearing this boot.
Yeah.
And we've just got to be patient for a few more
I mean, you
months.
can tack a shoe onto the bottom of the cast, but I don't know. She's such a big-footed horse, and there's no outside there at all, is there? I mean, you're going to be completely reliant on a bit of glue and a bit of cast. There's not. It's like nailing into fresh air, really, if you know what I mean. You're not getting a combination of the two, are you?
No, it's not worth it. We'll go with what
I
we've
think
been
we'll
doing.
just. It's not doing any harm, is it? It's actually growing out nicely.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Okay.
Right.
So what we've done so Neeka can stay out is we've actually put her right boot on her left foot. But Chris has checked it and it's sitting on there nicely. And then he'll come back in early next week to get another cast on. But I will get another set of those boots just to be on the safe side. We've got Alan here to do the spraying, and I'm being really mean. I've given you a microphone.
Yeah.
Right, so you're going to spray it off.
Hopefully, yeah, we're going to burn it off.
And then it'll go yellow within a week.
Yeah, it should go yellow within a week if it all works, and then leave it at least another week to work properly. Then we'll work it up and seed it.
When you say work it up and
We're going to
seed
rotivate it to make a tilth. Have you guys got a roller? I think you've got a roller there.
the roller is rubbish.
Well, I'm just thinking, if we'll work it up and seed it, all you need to do at the end is roll it, hopefully.
So when you say work it up, just for people who don't know what that is, you're not going to be ploughing it.
No, we're just going to rotivate, which basically chops up the old sod and works a bit of soil in. It just creates like a tilth, only a few inches deep, so we don't bring up a lot of stones. Yeah.
Okay.
You'll be at videos doing that as well.
I'm sure.
I'll wash my tractor next time I come.
Oh, will you? Right. Oh, yeah, it's a little bit grubby, isn't it? That's
working.
shocking. It's a working tractor. Right, how long do you reckon it will take you to spray this field?
Half an hour, hopefully.
Excellent. And just so that everybody knows, this is
Glyphosate is the chemical that we use, which is basically Roundup, the active ingredients, glyphosate.
and that's going to kill everything off, but you're going to make sure that you don't go anywhere near the watercourse.
Yeah, 10 metres off.
Yep, brilliant. Okay, I'll leave you to it.
Grand,
Thank you.
sharp.
No, that's Hidda. These are our lovely visitors who've been in the friendship barn with Wren. But I think Hidda's won over Wren.
We have mauled Ren today.
Oh, you've made Hidda's day as well. So have you enjoyed your afternoon?
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Couldn't have picked a better day, could we?
No, it's absolutely beautiful, isn't it?
It's only taken us 2.5 years.
I know. That's okay. Better late than never.
Experience, it is. It's
Good.
gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. It's been therapy for us, hasn't it?
Oh, he says, I was ready to get up anyway. Oh. Well, thank you for spoiling them. Yeah. You're very welcome. Nicely loaded, ready to go. Should we head off to Mel's, you two? Back from Mel's, dropping off down the road. They were both very, very good. Sorry that I couldn't capture any of it. It was quite entertaining because I worked with Maaike first. We did a lot of work doing the clock around an umbrella, and then when it was Doutzen's turn to be doing that, Maaike decided that she just wanted to stand in the way the whole time. Doutzen also decided that it would be good to go and try and steal Mel's lunch while I was working with Maaike, so it was as entertaining as it usually is. But they were both very good. And they've basically done their Pilates for the day. But there's nobody up here waiting for you. I'm assuming Wren's back down here with Inna and Vienna. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a very dirty girl. I believe that's Vienna. That's Vienna and Inna. And that's Wren over the top there. Still lots of hormones rushing round out there. I've not given you any video of these two for a little while. So as I'm out doing Uber's usual evening feed, and they always get a few extra pouches every night. Thought it's about time I showed you them. So they're both doing well. They're a little bit soggy because it's just started to rain this evening. Having their little evening feed. And then you can hear Uber over here slurping away at his food. Is that tasty? You're going to dribble it all over the door. And then we've got Nero. Not in bed for a change. You're usually in bed when I come down, aren't you? With your multiple hay nets to keep you occupied through the night and slow you down. Then in the hay hole out here, we've just got Annie. I did hear Hannes mooching around in the dark, round by the feed room. Hoping that he'd get an extra feed as well.
Wake up in the morning with a smile on my face, feeling thankful for the love and the happiness we chase. Sun is shining brightly, sky so blue and clear. With every breath I take, I'm grateful you are near. So grateful, yeah. Thank you for the laughter, thank you for the tears. Thank you for the moments that we hold dear. Thank you for the love, thank you for the light. I'm grateful every day. You make my world so bright, oh so bright. The world can be a crazy place,